Hello everybody and welcome back to BallinCraig. My name is Eddie and this is my vlog. Today we are down on field 9. We've got the John Deere 7810 here. And attached to it we've got our Lely welder. So I am going to be making some grass bales which we're going to wrap into silage. Well, most of them we're going to wrap into silage. Yeah, and then hopefully we might get on to doing some hay bales as well. But we'll see how today goes. We are expecting rain at some point, so I want to try and avoid that. If we can get the bales done before the rain, that'll be fine. Because if they're going to go to silage, then that's absolutely, no issue whatsoever. There we go, and away we go. Now, the way we normally do this field. It's working great. So the way we normally do this field is because it's so hilly, we tend to collect the bales right up the top. So we get all of any time that it comes full, the baler, we have to come up to the top of the field, and then we have a flat bit up the top here. And the easiest thing to do is just to unload the bales up here. When the alarm stops, we're going to go and find somewhere. Well, we should be alright actually along here. This is a good place to put the bales. So we tend to put them along this hedgerow here. There we go. That's the first one. So as long as they're up here and as long as they're on the flat, we're okay. It's when we have to put them on the slope that we get them out here. So we couldn't drop one of them here. It would have to be, we'd have to go and cluster them down there. Again, at the top here we're okay, but it is. Any time we can avoid putting one of these bales out on a slope, we do. There we go. It's nice and flat up here. I have to manoeuvring for this one, I think. Go, and away we go again. So we can go pretty fast to begin with until we start getting the beeps, because I then don't want to run too far. Now here's going to be interesting, because then we're going to have to drive back up the fields to get this bit. So all of these bales, bar probably 2 or 3 of them, will all go to be silage. Because, as I said before in these videos, in these vlogs, we tend to sell a lot of silage bales off. And a lot of the grass work that we do on the farm, we do work towards selling off silage. Because it does make a good profit for the farm. Yeah, and this Lely is quite a good little baler for this. It really is, and works well with this John Deere. I think we have to put a bale at the bottom of the field, likely. There we go. Down the bottom here, I'm not too worried about placing a bale. It's not got far to roll. Right, so we need to park this bale in the middle, I think. Prevent it rolling anywhere. Lift up our pickup header so that we don't pick up any of the other rows by mistake. And drop our header down again, and away we go. Like so. And that is what makes it the easiest to do. And it just works well. Yeah, no rolling bales. The things are coming along nicely on the farm. It is, we're very close to the end of spring now. I think we are. Today is May the 23rd, and this is about the last job we have to do in spring. And here's where it becomes interesting. Probably get these wrapped in the next week or so. So probably be early summer by the time we get these all wrapped and sorted. Yeah, definitely don't want to drop a bale off there. Just come round the corner here a little bit. Do it here. Oh, yeah, can't get round that way. Oh, we do have a rolling bale. Fortunately, that should hit the other one rather than roll too far. Much better than it would have had it come this way. There we go. Drop our header back down, and we're picking up. Excellent. Yeah, we'll have this field out in no time at all. Gets easier once we start on the strips. Once we get the headland done. There we are. Good. There we are. So I hope your spring's been going well. Mine has, mine has been productive. We've had a couple of lambs. We don't have a huge flock of sheep, so we don't have a huge number of lambs. But the ones we have had have been nice and healthy, which is good. Let's keep that away from the end of the row because I don't want to block myself. There we are. And yeah, we're looking forward to the summer. So there's going to be more grass work we have to do in the summer. Always is. We need to get some. We need to get these fields fertilised though, because we need to encourage some growth. So that we are able to make some money from silage later in the year. I make some money from silage now, actually, because we will do off this field. Find grass. Grass is easy to transport around in bales as well. Oh, down the hill. Not too fast. There we go. Lift, pick up. Take this back up the top. Oh, this is the steepest part of this field. This is why we normally work downhill on that bit, because it is just very, very steep. So we'll drop this bale next to this one. Yeah, that will be fine. And that won't roll anywhere. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Pickup is going, and another bale. So yeah, this is always a challenge to do this field. Always a challenge to get this the baling on this right. Otherwise, we did have 1 year. As I think my grandfather had somebody who was fairly inexperienced on the farm, and basically he had to go at this field. Didn't quite get it right at the top end, and as a result, there's this wonderful thing of the bale just went down that hedgerow there, through the hedge, and down the high street. And you know, people sort of getting out of the way. Thankfully, no cars were coming down the road at the time, because the roads around here are pretty quiet anyway. But yeah, the most traffic the village saw all day was one of our bales rolling down the high street up towards the shop, with this with that poor lad chasing after it. Thankfully, my grandfather saw the funny side of it at the time. Yeah. So he'd never never let anybody else do it again. Until I showed him I could do it, of course. There we go. So there's only 3 strips coming down here, so we won't have that many bales, you know, coming that aren't on the top of the hill. It gets easier once you clear these bits out, which is why you tend to get them out of the way first as well. It just makes the whole thing that little less difficult to do. It's also why you cut them in such a way that they're a bit shorter, as you can see. There we go. Back down the hill. I think we'll be dropping this one off at the bottom again. We'll have to wrap and take them up to the top when we do the wrapping. There we are. So the next job on this is going to be getting the slurry onto it. We want to get these fields fertilised, as I was saying earlier. So we tend to do that on the farm with slurry. Alright, we're going to take this over this way and just drop it along here. We'll be careful. As I was saying before, I don't want to block my turning circle. Oh, I think I nudged that with the front wheel. That'll be alright. That one's not moving. Good. Okay. The other field's easier because the long side is across the hill, not down. Got my head down. Yeah. There we go. Nicely done. Lots of running about, trying to make sure my bales don't roll all over the place. There we go. Oh, there's a little bit of grass there. Must have missed when I was windrowing. There we go. Yeah, so this Lely is actually a fairly recent purchase. We had this really old rickety baler before that, and it finally gave up the ghost last summer before. I can't quite remember. And yeah, one of the things that I invested in was a nice new Lely baler. Seeing as we got the John Deere, and I knew that we could pull it, and knew we had the equipment that would run it. I think the T-Dub will actually run this baler as well. But I tend to try and even out the hours between our tractors. Because that just makes it just makes maintenance and everything easier. So as you saw a month or so ago with the T-Dub, it doesn't mean things don't break down and we don't have to fix them. And then that's why we have 3 tractors on the farm. So that when we do have one that goes out like that, we're not stuck. We're not in a pickle. There we go. Yeah. How many more bales in the hour? It's not too many, I don't think. Alternate row it and then pick up. There we are. There is a bit of a slope here, so I want to be careful. Oh, squeeze in behind here. Put this here. There we go. So I might use the Massey to do the bale wrapping. Because it is a useful little tractor, and the bale wrapping does not require a lot of horsepower. And that will allow us to clean up actually quite quickly on that. There we go, last 4 rows. This bale should be able to drop off here. Yeah, we'll be on the top of the hill. There we go. Oh, will I get another bale out of this? Is a good question. I hope that backward movement at the end of that hasn't sent that bale rolling. That does sometimes happen. No, it's staying put. There we go. Oh. I don't know if we will get another bale actually. I'll have to mix a little bit of hay in with it. That'll be fine. Yeah, we can get a silage bale out of that. The mix. First bale on the next field, we will have to silage as well. Alright, lift the head. Turn the baler off, and we will head down to our other field. Right, our best bet is we can't go out that way, we will damage the crop. Here's one of the things, until we harvested that gateway isn't a lot of use. So we have to go out the bottom here. There we go. Yeah, the only way to protect the crop like that is to then go and is to then go and stick the tractor in the hedge. Put hazards on. While we're just here, and close the gates. There we go. The entrance is just up here. Right. Open up the gate. Yeah. And then. Ooh. No, not quite. There we go. Right, so we'll start down the bottom here. There are a few big lumps down here. Still my indicator on. Yeah. Alright, turn her on, drop it down, and away we go. I think this one is one we're going to have to, oh wow. So yeah, that bale I'm going to have to do into a silage bale because it's full of wet grass and a little bit of hay. But we want to fill, we don't want to waste a bale, waste all that twine and everything, so that works. This is still a little bit of a mess, this field, with how our rower and everything worked. It's all right. Go slow over that. Don't want to clog up the head. Go. And there we go. Almost full already. Now this might roll back down towards the farm. I'm not overly worried about that. I'm more worried about when they roll down towards the village. Just depends on whether we were high enough on the crest of the hill to do that. We can go at decent speed now. There's quite a bit of hay here actually. An awful lot of hay here, actually. Right, we're going to do alternate roads because to turn around otherwise is going to be really difficult. When I was learning to do this, I sometimes would leave the back of the baler open, and it's made me really paranoid. I always make sure now that I've actually closed the baler, because there is nothing worse than that. So alternate rows down the field, and then alternate rows back up. Because we're going perpendicular to the slope, we're actually fairly good insofar as stuff not rolling back. As I said, because it's longer, it tends to be quicker. Yeah. Yeah, it just makes it quicker to do alternate rows. Listening for that beep to end kind of puts you on a hair trigger. That does. Slowing the tractor down more and more as soon as it starts to beep like that. I'm waiting for the beep to stop. Stopping the tractor and reversing up. Yeah, we're not far from the end of this lot. We're going to get all this baled in today's vlog, which makes me happy. Makes good, because it means that I can show you the entire job that we get done, which is always a bonus. Up. So now, a decent number of bales off here as well. These will keep us going for a little while. Yeah, keep us going for a very nice long while. This will. But we do need to do 2 more cuts of this. Which we'll do later in the summer. And that will then give us a really good amount of hay to get through the winter. Because that's the thing. At the moment, we need hay, we need grass really to feed the cows and sheep. Best thing to do in the summer is feed them that. That means that they end up nice and healthy, and it all works out well. And then as winter comes in, then we start feeding them hay, especially the sheep. Cows will have some hay in their power food all year long, but yeah, sheep will have grass in the summer and hay in the winter. And they're enjoying the grass. They're enjoying the grass in their field. Excuse me. Now, don't get me wrong. There's plenty there, but it's always good to supplement it in their shed a bit as well. keep them healthy and happy. So next time... I've got a frog in my throat. Next time, I think what we're going to do is we'll do some... we're going to do some bale wrapping. So I'm going to get these collected up because I don't want to leave the hay bales and the grass bales out in the weather too much. So I'll certainly get the hay bales done, but we're going to get the grass bales wrapped as quickly as possible. Those that we're going to be using as silage. And then it doesn't matter so much that they are out in the weather because they'll be protected. Oh, might have missed a little bit at the end there. There we go. And of course, we have the summer festival coming up. So, yeah, we need to get preparations in place for that. Which will be good. We'll probably do the set. I think I will cover the setup of that. The festival itself gets covered locally enough, so. And my part is much more the setup. The festival itself. It's the time when the village is busiest. Also helps because we end up with some of the leftover straw bales come back to the farm at the end of it, which we get to use for our cows, which is fantastic. Here we go. This is our last row. No. Ah, there we are. Right, the rest we will leave to go into the field. It'll fertilise it quite nicely. But that is it. So there we go. I'm very pleased with that. That's worked. That's a job well jobbed. That's a job very nicely jobbed. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to go and take the tractor back to the yard and probably give it a wash down actually because it's getting quite dirty. But from me, all that remains is to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.